Charles, what are you up to today?
How's been your week?
What's that?
How's been your week?
My week's been active.
That was pretty good with Steve Murphy last night.
Thank you.
You have a cold?
No, feel good. Yeah,
Been sleeping good?
yeah, sleeping fine.
So give me
You know, when you do the right thing, Charles.
Okay, go ahead.
When you do the right thing, you know that not everyone's going to be happy, and I'm going to be meeting with Bruce, as I said I was going to be, to review issues. That if he's heard other facts, we'll review them and certainly get the answers, because that's the right thing to do. And I understand the emotion in communities. It's real. I understand that. I need to be able to communicate, and maybe be able to communicate it better about the challenges that we have and the reality of dealing with it. We just can't keep doing what we've been doing and hope for the best. We have to protect citizens, and the way that we manage our resources is we can't get more resources. It's not about money. It's not about just paying more. It's about people, the demand on people. And I see it in Toronto or Ontario when I'm meeting with my colleagues. Right across the country, I'm seeing it. Ontario want 250,000 people. And they said, whoever you've got, we want them, and we need them in Ontario. Well, we've always sent people to Ontario, but we can't afford to lose people. And we need 10,000 right now just to fill our current jobs. And we know in the next 10 years we're going to need 120,000.
I seen you last summer, and the look in your face, you said, we are in dire strait in this province. We sat down at the picnic table after we finished the interview. Yeah, the look in your face, you weren't,
I'm not, this is...
And so are you saying, okay, you're the premier, listen, here we are, we have to do this, and if not, let's call an election. I can't do anything until, I can't let the other person do it.
Yeah, I guess my point is that if it comes to that, I'm prepared to do that. That's fine. We'll have one. And if I survive it, I do. If I don't, I don't. Because we have to address these real issues. Politicians can play the games and keep playing them, and people will suffer more. We'll have more closures of service. We'll have longer waiting times for operations. We'll have less ability to manage the bubble of seniors coming through the system. But if I go out doing the right thing, I'll rest. I'll feel bad for the province because I'll know we could fix this. But what else can I do?
And Vickers play politics in this.
You got a meeting, Charles.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, but Vickers play politics with this issue, and not knowing the facts. It must make you angry.
Well, it does. Yeah, I get it does, because it's absolutely just a normal political behavior. And he came to the province initially saying, I want to come back to my home province. I want to work with the premier. I want to do things differently. And what do we see? The very first time there becomes a real issue, well, I'll just reverse that. That's been the program of one party after another. I remember last summer when the extramural was an issue and they were moving to Stemenovy. People came to me. You just need to reverse that. I said, no, you just need to agree to cancel. No, I'm not agreeing to that. And so that was the Liberals went through. I said, no, I want to see if it works or not. And if it works or not, if it works, great. I'm not changing it. If it doesn't, we got a problem, we'll deal with it.
So he's going to make a big speech. I want to reunite French and English for health care. And New Brunswickers stupid enough. I know, but are New Brunswickers going to be foolish enough to believe that?
Well, I guess we'll see. But Blaine Higgs, the president and the CEO, right? He said it's the first time in 20 years that he's been able to do this job. Not related to budget cuts, just doing what's necessary to fix the system. And so does that mean that Mr. Vickers knows more than Blaine Higgs, the CEO of Vitality? That's the problem. People think they know more than the people that actually run the business and that see the challenges every day. I don't happen to.
The only thing that you and Kevin Vickers have in common, I emailed him when he was running for the leadership. I said, if he wanted an interview with me, he wrote me back. He said, no. So just like you. So I said, so that's the only thing I had to say.
You've never forgotten it.
Thank you very much. And if there's protests, I know you're going to face the protesters. You're going to face you're not scared to face.
Well, if you're doing what's necessary, I know there's emotion. I get it. And it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. And we have challenges all over our province. But to go and meet people and say, here's why. here's what we have, here's why we're doing this. And if people say, well, I don't care, I don't accept it, well, it's kind of just ignoring the obvious.
One more thing, that's it. But it's just like tobacco. When they added tax to tobacco, this is just add tax for healthcare or whatever. And then every budget, you add to the tax for tobacco or gasoline.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the same thing here? Okay, from midnight to 8 o'clock. And then every budget, okay, and maybe we'll do from midnight to noon. It will just open the door, and then there's no coming
always
back. How's
worry
that?
about that. People always worry about that.
Yeah.
But let's look at it based on, okay, let's try this. The statistics all say we've got it. We have fabulous ambulances in the system and paramedic and training. We never had that 20 years ago. And we've changed nothing else. The fact is, if it's real serious, they don't go to those hospitals anyway. They go elsewhere because they go to the major centers. Do we need advanced care paramedics maybe as part of this in those regions? Maybe. So we look at all of that. But it's like, let's just say we can't do anything. Let's just say, what are we going to do? Because if people stop and think about that, they can see all the cases that are adding up in the bubble that we have demographically, and they're going to say, we got to do something. If they don't, they're really denying the obvious.
What time is it?
Pardon?
What time is it?
I don't know.
I-
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Did you hear about Gauvin?
No, I haven't.
We
You
need to
haven't?
go.
Okay. No, thank you very much. Merci. Pas de problème.